Breaking news: Russian offensive in Ukraine. Is Europe at risk? By keeping Europe entangled in its expansion plans and internal conflicts, Donald Trump has handed Vladimir Putin the golden opportunity he had been waiting for. And now, taking full advantage of this moment, Putin has turned his plan of destroying Ukraine and expanding Russian influence into Europe into a reality on the ground. Within just 24 hours, Russian forces have taken control of several strategically important regions of Ukraine. The biggest question now is, why is Putin showing such urgency in this war of occupation? Let's find out in this special report. Putin's mission: full control over Ukraine. This is Ukraine's critical Antonov airport, located near Hostomel, where Russian paratroopers launched a sudden operation and seized full control. These are the scenes from Ternovate in the Zaporizhzhia region, where Russian forces pushed back Ukrainian troops and captured nearly 20 kilometers of territory. This is the Donbas front, where Russian forces carried out intense attacks using Geran-2 drones, securing control over 6 different locations within just a few hours. As a result of this advance, Russian troops moved 10 kilometers forward in Sumy, creating a strong buffer zone. Meanwhile, the capture of Ternovate in Zaporizhzhia has opened a clear strategic corridor for Russia all the way to the Dnipro River. Trump's policies: Putin's advantage. Had Trump not adopted a confrontational approach toward NATO, Europe would not be so deeply preoccupied with its own security today. Had Trump not pursued an expansion-driven agenda, Western assistance to Ukraine would not have come to an abrupt halt. And had Trump not distanced himself from Ukraine, the pace of Russia's military advance would not have been this rapid. Secret diplomacy and the ceasefire game. According to Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov, the Trump team requested Russia to refrain from attacking Ukraine's energy infrastructure until February 1st, a request the Kremlin accepted. The reason is clear. Putin wants to secure control over as much territory as possible before trilateral negotiations begin, so that if a ceasefire is agreed upon, pressuring President Zelensky becomes easier. And if negotiations fail, Russia will face no obstacles in expanding the war for total control over Ukraine. Sanctions fail. Russia earns billions. To pressure Putin, European nations imposed sanctions on Russia and targeted its oil and gas networks. However, they failed to impose effective restrictions on military and technical cooperation. As a result, Russia earned more than $15 billion last year alone, equivalent to over 13 trillion rupees. What happens next? Russia will expand the war and consolidate control over larger territories. Due to